We live in the 21st century, and most of us have technological capabilities that were once inaccessible, even to the most powerful people. What else can we boast about? It seems like we have so much, but that doesn't change the fact that we are damn unhappy. The problem is that we confuse freedom with unlimited permission. The key idea is that without moderation, all these things that supposedly liberate us, like technology and success, will only make us move in a directionless and aimless spiral. In other words, if we don't have discipline, all the charms of the modern world will lead us to addictions, imbalance, and dysfunction. Epictetus has told us to remember two words: approve and reject, and it may sound paradoxical, but in order to be free, we need to set boundaries for ourselves. In this video, I will share with you 7 tips that will help organize our thoughts, discard the unnecessary, and start a new life. I can only wish you a pleasant viewing. Let's go. Don't pay attention to what other people are doing. Don't waste the rest of your life on what other people, your neighbors, or idle people from newspapers who write about other idle people are doing. Remember your goal, and don't let emotions, events, and news knock you off the direct path to success. We have so little time. Everything that belongs to you, what you want or wanted to do for yourself, is more important than what others impose on you. When it comes to ignoring what bothers you, it is important to find time to reflect on why it bothers you in the first place. Is it something you are overly reacting to? Or is it something that genuinely gets on your nerves? It is important to spend time identifying the root cause of the problem before deciding to ignore it. It is also important to remember that ignoring what bothers you does not necessarily mean that it will disappear. In some cases, it may require taking action to find a solution. This may involve talking to someone about the problem, or taking steps towards its constructive resolution. Furthermore, it is important to remember that ignoring something can be a positive moment. It can help you focus on what is important to you and stay away from what is not. It can also help you stay focused on the present moment, rather than worrying about the future or getting fixated on the past. Your reality is constructed by your assumptions. There is no ultimate reality and no absolute truth. You see what you want to see. You communicate with those who resonate with you. And together, you reinforce your version of reality. You reinforce your reality by consuming media that aligns with your beliefs, further distancing yourself from the realities of others. Reality does not exist beyond your assumptions and fantasies, amplified by like-minded individuals. This is why protesters in the square will never find the truth, only strengthen their reactive reality, fueled by the social media stream, and never come to an agreement with opponents. And the reason is simple: everyone has their own reality, which will never intersect with the reality of their opponents. All you can do is not waste time on the thoughts of others and focus on your own goals and strengthening your reality without trying to integrate it into someone else's. Set clear boundaries. Before you decide to ignore something or someone, you should first establish clear boundaries so that you know what you can tolerate and what you cannot. This way, you will know what behavior you expect from others, or what situations or things truly get on your nerves. Protecting your personal space is natural, and to do so, you should first outline some boundaries. Even if you do it just mentally, do not allow others to cross you, and do not tolerate what you disagree with and what affects you and your well-being. Ignoring what bothers you can be a powerful tool for managing stress and improving your mental health. When you ignore something, you make a conscious decision not to pay attention to it and not to give it energy. This can be especially helpful if what bothers you is beyond your control, or if it is something you do not want to deal with right now. When deciding to ignore something, it is important to establish clear boundaries. This means knowing what you can tolerate and what you cannot. This will help you understand what behavior you expect from others and what situations or things truly get on your nerves. It is also important to be aware of how you feel when you decide to ignore something. Ignoring something can be a way to avoid your feelings and push them away. It is important to acknowledge your emotions and take time to process them, rather than avoiding them. It is also important to be aware of the potential consequences of ignoring something. Depending on the situation, ignoring something can impact your relationships, work, and other areas of your life. If you feel overwhelmed, it is important to seek support, rather than trying to handle everything on your own. Never complain. If someone writes something unpleasant to you, bend them, don't complain. Leave a job that causes you pain or hurt. Don't complain. Don't live with someone who doesn't appreciate you. Leave and start over. Don't complain. Be grateful for what you already have. Happiness is not the ability to have everything in the world. It is the ability to be grateful for what you already have. Conclusion: try to do just one thing. Incorporate any Stoicism rule into your life and follow this decision day by day. Ask yourself every morning what else you can do to strengthen your choice. And this will be a powerful shift towards happiness and your goals, which we often forget in the routine, scrolling through mindless feeds and reading other people's thoughts.